Hey everybody, it's a podcast show. Welcome to Fandom, the podcast, the show. I'm your host this week, Aaron Davis. To my right, we have our comic book news reviewer, James Gonzalez.
Yep. Hey.
And to our left, we have our resident otaku, our everything anime, Victor Patones.
They can see us!
They can see us.
Oh my god, I have a body, I have physical form!
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Aaron.
Yes.
Do you know what this means?
What does it mean?
It means visual jokes on the podcast!
It does.
Look at that thing!
That's a thing.
It's a helmet!
It is a thing.
We can see it, unless if you're listening to the audio version, in which case the rules still apply.
YouTube/Fandom the podcast.
Sure.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Oh my god, this is so cool.
This is very cool. This is
Yeah.
our first video podcast ever.
I mean, we got a set, we have a table.
We do have a table.
Tangible.
Yeah.
We have actual audio
Actual
equipment.
audio equipment. We have
can
lights.
listen. We sound so much better now than usual.
At least I hope we do.
This
I
is
can't-
perfect.
Yeah, and we have a crew.
We do have a crew. We do. We have cameras
Yes.
and everything.
Hi, crew.
So, which
Don't talk.
which
The
reminds
crew
me,
is silent.
we have to do a thing.
Right.
That's right. We always have to do this thing.
Oh yeah.
This episode of the podcast, of course, is brought to you by our main sponsor, the Oxnard Student Digital Film Festival. Oxnard Student Digital Film Festival, if you think yourself a creative filmmaker, you should submit films. Deadline January 28th. Show your creativity, you know, guys, especially if you guys are listening or watching to us. Go submit a film in there, show support and love, especially since they gave us this nice set and everything.
I know I'm a creative filmmaker. I'm gonna make a movie about a talking dog, and he's gonna marry a cat, and it's gonna be bought by Disney.
No,
They're gonna make 3
beautiful.
sequels about it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it already. So what's on the table this week, guys, besides
Well, there's a helmet.
stuff?
There's a
Stuff
helmet.
we can see pretty much.
Visual
Yep.
jokes on the podcast.
Yeah.
First,
What's on the metaphorical table of news and life?
I got some stuff about Spider-Man.
We got some stuff about Spider-Man. Where we got anime news?
Wi-Fi from God.
Okay, I got nothing. I'm sorry, guys. There's nothing happening in video games.
It's one episode into video games.
I'm literally useless for the rest of this month. I don't know why I'm here.
It's okay.
Happens to the best
So
of us.
let's start with comics. And James, tell me what's going on, because I do have some comic book news.
Okay. Well, for all of you people that have been reading Superior Spider-Man, this current issue, which is the double-sized issue, had some spoilers, but the return of Peter Parker.
Whoa!
Oh my god,
So
finally?
Peter Parker exists finally.
He always existed. It's just Dr. Octopus got rid of him, so we all thought, and now he's back.
Now he's back. But I mean, because for a while now in the Marvel universe, Peter Parker was dead. You know what I mean? Like in all universes.
There's
finally back.
Peter Parker, but
But like, who else is it?
right, Parkerpuss. That's what they called him.
Parker,
Yes, Dr. Peter Parkerpuss.
Dr. Peter Parker. That sounds.
Because he's a doctor now.
That sounds like
because
the
of him.
porn version of Spider-Man.
Dr. Peter Parkerpuss.
And I expect
Peter
a lab
Parker-puss.
coat and like
Yes, Peter Parkerpuss.
it's just bad.
That was very bad.
Please send in some fan mail of like drawings of Dr. Peter Parker Puss.
Spider-Man. I'm trying to think. How do you make that porn-ish? Web slinger. Web.
Well, white web shooting out into your
Web.
face. There you go.
Sure.
There you go.
Yeah, it's done.
Done. Porn.
Go do it, Red Light District. But yeah, Peter Parker is back. And further down the line, we're also going to be receiving the return of Amazing Spider-Man issues. So
Really?
we don't know exactly how he's going to come back, what state his life will be in, but Amazing Spider-Man is going to be making a return.
Is it
So-
gonna be like a reboot starting back at 1 or 701 and then continuing from
It will probably be issue number 1 again. Completely different. Back to Amazing, but recounting to 1, I guess. Part of that whole relaunch, get as many readers on board as possible.
there? Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Issue number 1. And that will
So
be...
does Superior Spider-Man gonna keep going on, or is that dead now?
That will come to an end.
That will
and
come to an
Amazing
end?
Spider-Man will come back into
Oh
As
no!
Peter Parker comes back in,
Not.
takes his body back.
It's,
Oh
yes,
no!
it seems that way.
Not Superior Spider. Please stop! Don't get rid of Superior Spider. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done fainting.
Okay, but yeah, so Superior Spider-Man is on its way out. Amazing Spider-Man on its way back in.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the way it should be.
Exactly.
I'll give props to Superior Spider-Man. I did not think it would last a year.
I don't know. Dan Slott's been doing a pretty damn good job.
Even still, it's the fan uproar and the fact that it's not Peter Parker and Doc Ock is no fun. I mean, you killed the point that makes Spider-Man interesting is the smart mouth slap talk.
It is, but on the other side of the spectrum, it's the whole point that it is fun, the sole way that he's going about being a hero through a villain's mindset. So it's like the sole fact that Spider-Man has henchmen.
It doesn't sound right.
Yeah, Spider-Man with henchmen.
I haven't read it, but are they tiny spiders?
They're in spider costumes, so they're themed
good.
henchmen.
That
So.
sounds...
He has tiny spider bots patrolling New York City.
That sounds terrible.
That's good. That's what I want.
Yeah,
sounds-
that's
okay.
that Dr. Peter Parker.
I want him to be like the old Powerpuff Girls villain Roach Coach.
Oh.
Like he controlled roaches with a whistle.
Yeah.
But Doc Ock does this with spiders
Yeah.
and just has all the villains get really uncomfortable.
All right. Yeah. So, Dr. Octopus, soon to be leaving. Peter Parker, gonna be making a return. We're just about to go into Goblin Wars, which is the last story arc before Peter makes his return,
Oh, I see.
and that seems to be off to a good start. Hobgoblin against Green Goblin. So,
Over what?
I've never understood what the
over
difference
just
between
the
are.
whole Goblin Nation. There can only be one kind of type deal.
Okay.
Highlander.
Highlander. It's like there's one goblin in town, and it's Green Goblin.
Doodle-doo.
No room to share. You can't have any of New York. Go ahead and take New Jersey.
Is Hobgoblin also green?
No, he wears the orange cape, and that's basically the only difference. Just he has a green article of clothing, whereas Green Goblin has the purple shorts and the hood, and
Spider-Man.
yeah. And one of them is Norman Osborn.
Can I
the other is
get a
not.
picture of him? Can you put a picture on my hand here?
Oh, but yeah,
my.
I'll put a picture over us. So there we go.
Oh,
Yeah,
And
damn.
then a
that
picture
works.
of Green Goblin right next to Hobgoblin to see the differentiation.
Wow, that's such a drastic change.
It's beautiful.
That's
Yeah.
actually going to be the cover of the first issue of Goblin Wars.
Just
Yeah?
them next to each
Yes.
Oh,
other.
well, I'll just
Yeah.
put the Goblin Wars picture up.
Yeah, so just look for the cover page of that comic. Edible.
There you go.
So yeah, going on, continuing with comic book news, we also have, well, not specifically comics, but more so the vein of comic TV shows.
All right.
We have a certain show about a young Bruce Wayne, not Batman, young Bruce Wayne.
Oh, yeah, Gotham Knights.
Yes.
Yes, I heard about this.
No, isn't it just Gotham?
No, it's called
No,
Gotham Knights.
Yes,
Is that-
Gotham Knights.
Is it a different one, or did I have the name mixed up the whole time?
I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking of.
Because
Yeah.
Gotham is the one about, the police officer, Jim Gordon.
No, that's Gotham Knights.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got the names mixed up.
Yeah, Gotham Knights.
Okay, tell me about it.
Going to be the first season is going to be story arcing over Jim Gordon.
Right.
But the sole premise is to be almost similar to Smallville in a sense, as in before he became a superhero, the time he decides to wear the cape, the cowl, and then series ends. So young Bruce Wayne to adult Bruce Wayne, from adult Bruce Wayne to Batman. All while him being a side character and focusing on everybody else, such as the Gotham PD, certain villains. One of them has been mentioned as the Riddler. They have the rights to everything Batman, so they know everyone is up for grabs.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so they can use whoever they want. They have no restrictions whatsoever.
I was saying how, like, when I heard this news that it finally got picked up and stuff, how pissed off does the creator of Arrow have to be, like, right now? Because the whole point Green Arrow was made was he went to Warner Brothers and he was like, I want to make a Batman TV show. And Warner Brothers was like, you know what, Batman's kind of high profile. We don't feel comfortable making a TV show. We'll give you Green Arrow. He's similar. And he's like, fine. And he made a really great show, but he's got to be like, what the fuck? You promised me. You said you couldn't do a Batman show. It's like, it's Bruce Wayne. It's different. You didn't ask for Bruce Wayne. You asked for Batman.
Right? Legalities.
Legalities, man.
But yeah, so Gotham Knights, they're going to be doing a pilot, and we'll see. They hope the show can run, quote unquote, as long as it can. So.
Well, how long did Smallville go? Like 9 seasons?
Oh, past 10.
I don't know. Past 10?
Yeah, it was
Past
over
10?
Over 10
Ooh.
seasons.
Maybe.
I watched the first season and then I stopped watching it until like the last 3 seasons when he finally went to Metropolis.
Oh, I don't know. For the longest time, I think it was up until he figured out that he could like jump really high, and I was like, oh, he's about to fly. All right, I'll watch another season to see him fly because I want to see how that's done, and he's never flown.
It wasn't just 20 some episodes of him jumping off of things, trying to fly.
It was seasons of him
jumping off. I can do it this time. I can do it this time. Oh,
right. Oh, whoop.
Oh, that would hurt if I wasn't invincible.
My main problem with the show is that no matter how bad and awesome Superman is, Kansas is still boring as hell. So you can't make Kansas interesting for what? 6 seasons? 6 seasons he was in high school?
Yeah, 6 seasons. It went through from his freshman all the way to senior.
It's like, I'm Superman, I have super strength, but I have to worry about who to take to prom. Who do I take?
Right?
I think that's one of only 3 things I've ever seen that take place in Kansas. The other being Wizard of Oz, and that one they didn't even stay in Kansas. They just
they got the hell out of there.
Kansas was literally black and white, and then they go to color. And I think Jericho was in Kansas. Crew, was Jericho in Kansas? I see. No one knows. Is that a yes?
I think it's a no.
Okay. You know what I find hilarious is like Victor never follows the rules no matter what. It's like, hey, we're doing an audio podcast, no visual jokes. And then Victor does all the visual jokes. And now we do a visual podcast and it's like, hey, you got to remember the 4th wall. Let's not talk to the crew and stuff. You know, they got to do their job. And Victor's like, I'm going to talk to the crew. Screw what Aaron says.
I want to show that they're appreciated.
Well, of course they're appreciated.
Always appreciated. We wouldn't be here without them.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Go on.
Yeah.
Tell me more about Batman.
That's pretty much it for Gotham Knights. We don't know that much other than they plan on hopefully it being a success and having it run for as long as possible.
And you know, speaking of Batman, here's a little news I wanted to talk about. Is it Fox or is it HBO that's releasing the old classic Adam West Batman series on
60s
DVD box
That's Warner
set?
Brothers.
That's Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Thank you. For some reason, I was thinking Fox. It's because we were talking about Gotham Knights.
Yeah, that'll be on Fox.
Yeah.
And because Joker's a Sly Fox.
Joker's the Sly Fox.
Exactly.
But yeah, that whole series has been caught in like legal hell for the past 20, 30 years.
Yeah, that's why it's never been able to release. I mean, the final thing they were able to get was the movie. Warner Brothers, I want to say, finally was able to, through the legal process, we own the movie. And I guess finally now they say they own the TV show too.
Oh, okay.
And so we're finally going to get a full, complete series box set, which I'm very much looking forward to.
Yeah.
Because that's the Batman I grew up with as a kid. That and the animated series.
Oh, definitely, yeah. At home
It was,
well.
for me, it was just like that legendary series that I'd always hear people talking about it. I always see it being referenced, but I never actually saw it myself until I think a few years ago when I saw it on the Hub.
The Hub.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And of course, it's just really funny.
Oh, it's
and
great.
It's totally...
Yeah, it's the campy Batman.
It's opposite of what Batman is right now. And... What?
I don't know what that was. What was that? I don't know.
Just continue, Victor.
Yeah, continue,
Nothing
Victor.
happened at all.
Nothing.
So yeah, I'm just really I'm fascinated by it. I really want to see more of it. Of course, I'm not gonna be able to afford it, or I'll probably be too busy not watching Batman to buy it.
You'll be too busy watching the Batman anime, Doku Doku Batman Des Urukai Tenkaichi 5.
Tenkaichi 5.
Probably.
Oh, Joker-san! Oh! Time for my final move!
You know there was actually a
Epic
Batman
Batman.
anime?
I don't even want to know about it. I'm
Are you talking about that movie that was like almost like the
It was Batman Gotham Knight, I believe.
Yeah, Gotham Knight.
Yeah, and it was released as a midquel between Batman Begins and The
Dark Knight. Yeah.
It was him. It was him being like a younger Batman fighting a bunch of other villains.
It was a bunch of self-contained stories, almost like the Matrix.
The Animatrix.
Yeah, Animatrix.
or Halo Legends.
Yeah, which I thought was good. I love
I like
Gotham
Halo
Knight.
Legends. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know we were talking about Gotham Knight. I never saw it.
Oh,
Right.
But you should see it. It's good.
Not enough.
Kevin Conroy's Batman.
Not enough panty shots.
Always
Good.
good.
Always good.
Not enough Batman panty shots.
Yeah, never enough. Never. But yeah.
So what else?
Batman panty shots. There's also the whole Ant-Man
Oh yeah,
Right.
So big news from Marvel for all those people excited about their Phase 3 Marvel comic book movies. We got first we got Paul Rudd, who was officially cast as a Ant-Man. We didn't know from Edgar Wright.
Wouldn't it be an Ant-Man? I don't know.
Actually, you're right. Yeah.
An Ant-Man.
An Ant-Man. Edgar Wright. For people that don't know, Sean Pegg, Hot Fuzz. We got.
Hot Fuzz.
I thought that was
Shaun
Simon
of the Dead,
Pegg.
and
Oh, Simon
World's
Pegg. My
End.
bad.
Yeah, Simon
I get
Pegg.
the Pegs confused.
The Pegg.
I was like, wait, no. Yeah, Simon Pegg, Edgar Wright, the Cornello trilogy, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Cornello trilogy.
Yeah. So he's writing and directing Ant-Man, and as soon as they confirmed Paul Rudd as an Ant-Man, we got another confirmation of another famous actor as another Ant-Man, and that was Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas will be Henry Pym.
Yep. The original Ant-Man.
The original.
So what else has Michael Douglas done?
Oh, dude, he's been in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Right, that I haven't seen apparently.
Yes. You should
Oh
go
man,
see them.
he's definitely that guy where it's just like as soon as like I'm gonna here's a picture.
Oh,
I believe
that
this-
guy.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
guy. He was in Las Vegas, I believe.
He
with
was in Las Vegas.
Morgan
Oh, yeah.
Freeman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. Right. Yeah.
I can't. He was in Wall
some of his
Street,
stuff?
obviously Las Vegas. Behind the Candelabra was the one he just came out with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I know that won him an Emmy, right?
I'm not sure about that.
Where he played Liberace.
Liberace.
Liberace. So he's a that guy. If you were
I see.
definitely to see him, you know who
He's
Michael Douglas
definitely old.
Yes, which means
is. 69.
yes, he will be.
Well, not right now.
Yeah, not right. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
got over that one. Yes, but we will have two.
He got it.
Yes, two Ant-Man. We have Michael Douglas as original Ant-Man, who got his start in the '60s, and then leading up to, I guess, if they're keeping it current day modernization of comics to 2014, which is when that movie will be released, if it's still on track.
Okay.
And then we have Paul Rudd as Scott Lang, the apprentice, the second Ant-Man.
So the way they're doing Ant-Man is kind of like almost like Captain America, where it's gonna be like nowadays though, where it's like, oh yeah, Captain America, Ant-Man from the '60s, I remember him.
Maybe that I'm not too sure.
Or is it more of a Batman Beyond thing, where old
I think it might be more Batman Beyond.
maybe?
A little bit of mixture.
We'll
but
have Michael Douglas just in front of a big ass 80-inch television screaming things at Paul Rudd. Why aren't you getting bigger? Why did you get smaller? Don't you know how to work the suit? I wish I had Alfred.
I know nothing of Ant-Man, so this is, you know, I'm gonna full say that I know nothing of Ant-Man other than
Yeah.
he's a lot like. I know that in the beginning he was a lot like Mr. Fantastic, where his sole purpose was to fight crime and ignore his wife as long as possible.
right? Yeah, Janet Van Dyne, the Wasp.
For the
Yeah.
longest time, I just thought Ant-Man was my mom's transvestite sister.
Right?
I'm glad you got that. I was worried that wouldn't work. James, do you get it?
I don't. It's the fact that you said transvestite sister.
Ant-Man.
I get it now. Yes.
You get it.
Now I get it.
It's so dumb. That's the problem. How so dumb.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
Yes. I'm hoping that that's the version Marvel
So, like,
releases come next year, November.
My question was going to be, can Scott Lang also become Giant Man as well?
He can shrink and turn back to regular size, so I don't see any reason why he couldn't increase his size.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's my question. All right. Well,
Yeah, it's still a Phase 3 movie. We know very little about it other than casting. Mm-hmm. So we'll have to wait to find out. But it's going to be the first Marvel movie to follow the Avengers 2, I guess, if that's what they're called. No, Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron,
All right.
which is May 1st of next year.
So is it? Wait, Avengers 2 is Age of Ultron.
Yes.
Yes.
Age
Okay.
of Ultron.
Because the way you said it was like it's just called Avengers Age of Ultron.
Right.
So
It's something.
like
Avengers Age
GTA
of
where it's San
Ultron.
Andreas and then
Yeah.
and that kind of shit.
Yeah. So yeah.
We also got new pictures out for Spider-Man.
Oh, we did. Oh, this is news to me.
Amazing Spider-Man. They released a couple new stills. One is Jamie Foxx as Electro, kind of all electrified, kind of in like a harness system.
Yeah.
And then we have...
You know, he does look pretty terrifying.
Yeah. Then we have Gwen Stacy, and she looks like she's on a gear, rotating, looking up. And then the most interesting one of all is we have Spider-Man walking down the street with a man tied up in webs and his pants to his ankles.
I want to
sense.
say that's Paul Giamatti
Paul Giamatti.
as himself.
That could be. That could be. I mean, before we got the stills of Jamie Foxx before all Electroed out, where he was just like,
Right? That goofy
just
scientist number 3.
yeah, he's scientist number 3. So those are definitely going to be interesting to see.
Well, yeah, it definitely looks like with Electro there and Gwen, looks like they're kind of getting a bit dark.
Well, usually twos are usually the darkest.
Yeah, Dark Knight, Empire Strikes Back. You're getting pretty dire here.
Iron Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was so dark it was bad.
Yeah, but still looks like Spider-Man is just being his normal cheery.
Don Cheadle.
That's bad. That's horrible.
That's very bad.
I do not condone this type of...
But you're awesome, Iron Patriot.
Being his normal cheery, snarky self.
Hotel Rwanda kind of thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
So it will be interesting. I'm very much looking forward to Spider-Man 2.
Oh, yeah, as am I. In fact, I'm also looking forward to how they're going to pull off the Sinister Six and the potential Venom movie.
Yeah.
Good? Better?
Because they're
better
Sony.
Than 3?
Hopefully, yeah.
The answer is always better than 3.
Always. Right. No tap dancing, Tobey Maguire.
Mm-hmm.
Or really crying, I'm really sad. Gonna cry throughout like 10 minutes of the movie.
Right. Just a whole montage of James Franco eating pie while smiling.
If you want to see that, just watch Pineapple Express 2. The Reckoning.
Right. The Reckoning.
The Reckoning. So if that's it for comic book news, I'm going to do quick video game news and just say the only story I feel really worth interest in talking about is HBO Go is going to come to Sony PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4.
Oh, finally?
This is something that the Xbox has had for a while, as well as the Wii U. I want to say, I believe the Wii had it.
No, I don't think Wii.
I don't think.
Not the Wii U, but I want to say the Wii had an application for a while.
For HBO Go? No,
I don't
or
think
maybe
so.
I'm thinking of Hulu Plus. I know they got one of those.
Nintendo has Hulu Plus.
Yeah. So I might be getting them mixed up.
Didn't they announce that though before the launch with the whole update of the 17 apps that you'd have? Wasn't Hulu Plus part of them? For PS3.
For PS3, yes, but it hasn't come yet. We got no other words than that other than the pre-launch announcement saying it's coming soon. We got more of an update on it that's going to come even sooner.
Okay.
No official release on when the app's coming out, but it's something that I'm really happy it's coming because it's HBO Go. It's pretty awesome. Game of Thrones. Now you can watch it whenever you want to. Other shows HBO has besides Game of Thrones. I don't watch anything else other than I live Game of Thrones.
I don't know what else they have.
I live it.
Game of Thrones. You either live
or die.
I guess.
Are you trying to say when you play the Game of Thrones you either win or you die?
I think it's
That's
you
good.
die. You live long enough till you die.
They should use that.
All right. Why aren't we in marketing, damn it?
This show sometimes. Anyways, that's all the video game news I have. I mean, it's really stagnant.
Yeah, it's still the beginning of the year. I mean,
everybody's trying to get ready for E3 pretty much.
Yeah, big announcements on the way.
Big announcements on the way.
Pretty much. All we can hope right now is that someone somewhere will accidentally say Call of Duty 12.
Right. Somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
But since that's all for me, let's go down to our East Coast provider, Victor Patonas, with his Otaku News.
Awesome. Let's do that. Technical issues aside, because the Wi-Fi here is kind of spotty.
The Wi-Fi here is kind of spotty.
But speaking of Wi-Fi, that was good.
I'm glad that we're doing a visual podcast now because people can see how many times I put my hand in my head in my hand because of you.
All right.
Let's start off with some weird product.
Okay.
That'll be fun.
Oh, that's always fun.
Let's do this.
There's this app coming out in the Japanese App Store called Internet Shrine, where where what you do is you launch the app on your phone, you place it down, and then you pray as if you're going to a Shinto shrine, where that's you ring a bell and you clap 2 times and just pray. You do that, and then you get a notification on your phone that Amaterasu, the great sun god of Shinto religion, has granted you 15 minutes of free Wi-Fi.
Wait, what?
Yeah, repeat that.
It's an app. You pray, and then Amaterasu gives you free Wi-Fi.
No matter what. So you
Right.
could be like, I pray my cancer goes away. Here's 15 minutes of Wi-Fi.
Right.
All right, so praying for free Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you pray for Wi-Fi.
I think it's awesome that you get free Wi-Fi. But why not just have the app give you free Wi-Fi?
Right.
Because you have to...
praying is mandatory to get the Wi-Fi.
Exactly. Who else is... that's where it comes from.
Everyone
comes from
knows
Amaterasu.
God gave us
Right.
Wi-Fi.
Right.
It's true. Look it up in the Bible.
According to the
John
developer...
3:16.
Thou shalt have Wi-Fi.
Thou shalt have Wi-Fi, and it is good.
That was the 12th day.
That was the 12th day.
Right after Nyan Cat.
Yes, right after that.
Right after the end, yeah. So, like, 15 minutes. Can you use it once per day or once per location? How does that work?
Does it
too?
lock you out for some amount of time before you can pray again?
I do want the technical terms on this, though.
I don't know. Rocket News hasn't told me all that.
Rockin' news.
Just that... Clap. Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Pray for Wi-Fi.
It sounds like a weird clap on, clap off type deal.
Yeah. Wi-Fi on, Wi-Fi go.
So we're still scarce on details on the new Godzilla movie, right? We've only gotten
Very.
a trailer and a couple stills, and we have that little model of Godzilla that came up at some trade show or something. I don't remember what it was exactly.
Are you talking about the one that was at Comic-Con last year in July, where they had like a whole section of San Francisco, or San Diego? My bad.
No. It was an actual like model of Godzilla, the way he would supposedly look in the new film. It was like some concept art,
Oh, okay.
but it was a model.
Okay.
But the point is that we haven't actually gotten a good look at him.
True.
But we actually got some leaked images here of not the actual suit or the actual set, but of toys coming out for the new film. And we got actually a look at Godzilla, and he looks like fucking Godzilla.
Yeah.
Shock of surprise.
Godzilla.
I
looks
thought he would
Godzilla.
look like King Kong. I'm greatly disappointed.
Well, no, it's good that he looks like that, or it's good that he looks like this, and not like this. Put the pictures up.
I'm gonna put, when you say this, I'm gonna put a picture of the Tyrannosaurus Rex riding the shark in the zoo.
Well, no, you want him to look like that.
That would have been pretty awesome.
That's just the one problem, but it's good.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like Tyrannosaurus Rex ripoff from
from the old 90s Godzilla movie.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. So, I've been ambivalent to the entire Black Butler franchise, the anime franchise, for the past 2 years. I never saw the first series, and I hated the second series.
Hated.
Hated it.
Use that word.
Try and feign some more excitement.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's okay.
You used the big
unfamiliar.
word and it confused me.
It was
Black Butler?
No, the word before that.
Black?
Yeah, that one. What does that mean?
This. The tarp.
It means tablecloth?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
yeah. Tablecloth butler.
Tablecloth.
But there's apparently going to be another Black Butler anime series. There's no other details.
All right.
There was a picture that was floating around Japanese Twitter that shows that there will be a new series, but that's about it. No details other than that.
Okay.
It exists. It's coming.
Continuing.
What I
further.
think is more a phenomenon, like more of a big deal to
Phenomenal?
me, is that there's a Japanese Twitter. So it's not the same as regular Twitter. This one's specifically for Japanese people.
It's the same Twitter. Just
just a little
Just
more.
we can't read it.
Okay, there we go. foreign.
It's just
not
weird to hear
those-
Japanese tourists like Space Australia. What's going on?
Space Australia.
It's like regular Australia, but it's Japan. I mean,
But it's Japanese.
Japanese.
Right.
All right, beautiful. This is beautiful.
Yep.
And last thing before we segue, NIS America announced earlier today that Nyarko, Crawling with Love, has been licensed for American distribution and will come out April 15th. Now, I love this series. It's filled with a bunch of anime references and Kamen Rider references, which are just a hoot and a half.
A hoot and a half.
A hoot. I hate myself immediately for using that.
I know. We went into the 1950s there.
I get it. But the
Now we're gonna go
1950s
down to the soda pop shop.
Well, the 1950s were
The nice
awesome.
malt?
The 1950s were awesome.
Except blacks and women can vote, so,
there
you
was
know,
that.
there's that.
Well, no, women could vote.
All right. Hey, Richie.
This is for Johnny.
Right. La, 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 bum.
And it's basically NIS's standard anime box sets. Comes in a nice big box, hardcover art book. Same standard fare.
Nice.
But you know, I'm excited. I love that series. I can actually buy it now. That's good.
Yeah.
And last thing before we segue, or as we segue, Hayao Miyazaki's The Wind Rises is up for Best Animated Feature at this year's Academy Awards.
nice.
Speaking of Academy Awards, let's talk about the Academy Awards.
Yes.
Yeah.
As not only do we cover all fandoms, but we also cover the movie fandom in the cinematic universe.
Of course.
I don't know if you guys know, but I want to talk about the Best Picture nominations. We have American Hustle, Nebraska, Captain Phillips, Dallas Buyers Club, 12 Years a Slave, Gravity, and The Wolf on Wall Street. Oh, and Her, which is pretty big category. Best Picture. Have any of you guys seen any of these movies?
I
haven't seen any of them.
Yeah.
Because
I kept hearing a lot of good things about Gravity,
Yeah. Heard
which
good things
I
about
can
Gravity.
agree. You know, I find that it's kind of a grounded story. It really holds. It really I can't come up with anything. Gravity jokes.
it really holds together. It's
Everything.
it's a silent movie.
Sure.
There's a big vacuum of void of space.
I meant jokes about the actual phenomenon of gravity.
Oh,
Right.
couldn't
It's
think
out
of
of this world success. That's what it is, Victor.
Other than that, no.
Isaac Newton
I
gave
was-
it a 10 out of 10.
Right?
Oh, that reminds me. I was talking to some of my colleagues at school. We saw a trailer for the movie I, Frankenstein,
Yes.
and I was just thinking, what would Mary Shelley say if she saw that trailer?
I
If
think
she
the
was here
first
with us
thing the first thing she would say was Frankenstein is the name of the scientist, not the monster, idiot. And then I think after that she'd be like, "Wait, women can vote now? We have rights?" And then go on that whole tangent there.
Actually, I was thinking, like, if she was with us today, all that she would say is, "What is technology?"
Right? This thing in my pocket allows me to look at cats do things.
my word!
You know, the
This is
thing,
amazing.
Right? Our world is ruled by cats, and they're in everyone's pockets.
This is astounding. Have you cured cancer? No. No.
Did cancer exist back then? Well, I mean,
Yes.
it did, but did they know of cancer? Did they
was
know
like-
that's a thing?
I don't know.
You read
I
a
mean,
book,
I'm
Probably,
pretty-
they probably
got
thought that it
cancer
was.
and you
I don't know,
died.
maybe they
It's-
thought it was Satan.
I
or
thought
something.
they pretty much still used leeches back in the day of Mary Shelley.
She died. I don't know.
horrible car crash.
She-
Automotive disaster.
Because she lived in
A
the mid
futuristic train hit her
1800s.
in the face.
She lived in the mid
Doc
1800s,
Brown,
so I don't know
Doc
when.
You know, talking about I, Frankenstein, doesn't that look like the best movie ever? By the way, can we talk about I, Frankenstein? Because I'm looking forward to I, Frankenstein.
The same way that you were looking forward to Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
The exact same
Oh,
way I was
more
looking forward to
historical
Abraham Lincoln
accuracy.
Vampire Hunter.
All right.
It's literally the same emotion I feel for I, Frankenstein was the exact same emotion I felt.
Like this
for
is gonna
Abraham
be
Lincoln
this is
Vampire
gonna be incredibly ridiculous and stupid, and I can't wait for it.
It's gonna be so stupid. It's gonna be awesome. You know the cutscenes are gonna be badass, and the fight scenes, and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be awesome. There's gonna be awesome fight scenes, a dumb plot that nobody cares about. All I want to see is I Frankenstein kill an angel a couple times, because that's what the movie
couple
looks like it's gonna be. So I'm looking forward to I, Frankenstein.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
I don't know.
But to segue back into the Oscars.
Yeah.
This is the first Oscar where I've never seen any of the Best Motion Picture movies.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew, yeah.
Yeah, so
I would assume you'd at least have seen Gravity, just because everyone was really big on that.
everyone kept telling me to watch Gravity, and I just felt like, no, don't tell me what to do. And that's the reason why I didn't watch it, because everyone was like, you have to watch it. I'm going to force you to watch it. And I'm just like, no, you're not. I'm not going to watch it out of
I'm just
spite.
gonna go outside and observe Gravity on my own.
I
Right.
literally did not watch out of spite. The one I did want to see was 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah.
That was one I
did.
definitely
That one
wanted
did
to
look
see.
cool. It seemed to be everyone's heart wrencher for the year.
Okay, so since none of us have seen any of these movies,
Yeah.
I'm sure some of us have seen the trailers to these.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kept seeing a lot of trailers for Her.
Yeah.
I've never seen a trailer for Her.
It's
I
like-
saw one.
Yeah, it's like about a guy who falls in love with his foe.
Whoa, wait. So it has nothing to do with Arrested Development?
No.
No.
Oh, man.
Nope.
Dude.
I'm not looking forward to seeing it.
Right. It's basically Futurama. Don't date robots.
Yeah.
It's the rise of robosexuals.
I mean, as I keep seeing the trailers, it just looks really weird and kind of stupid. But the more I see of it, I think it can and probably is something really interesting and really
It's something that's definitely happening a lot in this society right now.
people falling in love with phones.
Well, no, not phones necessarily, but falling in love with artificial intelligence. I mean,
Right.
it was only a few years ago that we had someone marry their virtual girlfriend.
Right. The guy
couple
marry Nene from Love Plus.
Yeah.
That was me.
No,
There he is.
how would you do that? That would be so upsetting if that was true, because then I know you're totally cheating with Hatsune Miku there.
Oh,
so
you're right.
It'd
Oh,
just-
God.
Right.
It'd be messed up. It'd be so messed
no,
up.
I can't do that.
But,
I did want to see Wolf of Wall Street.
which one do you guys think is going to win Best Picture? Like, right now, just straight up, just based off the trailers.
12 Years
Based
a Slave.
off.
That's a good one.
Based off. I don't know. Off of just trailers alone.
Definitely not Nebraska.
I have
that's-
no fucking idea
Because
what
that's
Nebraska
like
is.
what the
I-
37th worst state.
Ever. That's why it's 37.
I know nothing of Nebraska, and some of these I've never even heard of.
for all you listeners from Nebraska.
And if
Yeah,
you
you
are a listener or a
Nebraskans.
watcher from Nebraska, how about that corn? It's good, right?
Isn't that Iowa?
No, that's Nebraska.
Wait.
No, I'm staying out.
Put up a map. Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah.
No, put up a map of the U.S.
Okay, stop. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop.
Alright.
I'm done.
Okay.
having fun with this.
I'm not.
Right. So then.
I immediately regret this decision of ever doing a video podcast.
Just be glad that I'm staying in my seat.
That's true.
There we go. Yeah.
It could be way worse. I'm waiting for the second or third episode for you just to get out of your seat and walk around.
Give it time.
So
Give
go
it
on.
I think 12 Years a Slave. I might have to agree with James there. Just because it's got that heart-wrenching tale and a little bit of brutality in you that always captures the hearts of people. It's a very... I don't know. With slave movies and Holocaust movies, it's very much a... I want to say this in a good way. This is
Right.
a good way. It's a manipulation of the heart where you can totally relate to that tragedy and that pain where you just you experience it
Right.
with the main
Right.
character. And I kind of feel like that movie might win just because it,
Right.
it
That's-
would capture the heart in such a way.
That's because those two things, it's kind of hard for the average person to really relate to because all you ever hear is just the statistics and the numbers behind it. You never really see it firsthand
And
like
once-
you would with 12
And
Years a
once
Slave.
and once you see it, it kind of starts a simulation where you just feel for the character and you almost put yourself in that character's shoes and then
Exactly.
you just
Exactly. Well, that's the point of any movie.
yeah.
But
But when you put in that, it kind of forces you to put yourself in a position where you don't want to be in the character's shoes. So you're forced to be in his shoes and you don't want to and you have to experience it.
right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's definitely one that is very promising. Anything
Yeah.
else you guys want to talk about? Any other category? Well,
I really hope that DiCaprio wins an Oscar. Like,
Just give him any
finally
Oscar.
give it to him.
And the Oscar
Give him
for
any Oscar. Give him best set design. I don't care.
perfect attendance to Leonardo DiCaprio.
I don't want to brag and say I'm a great I'm a great actor, but I've won as many Oscars as Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's true.
All right.
So have I.
Give him that square.
Have you guys seen that interview where it's just like where they ask him how badly do you want an Oscar, and you just see his face. He doesn't even answer. You just see his face, and it's just.
It's like, this is the face of a broken man.
Right.
But we'll see. It's definitely worth something to look at.
Yeah, because who else is there?
Christian Bale. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Bruce
The
Dern.
guy from 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very ethnic
Matthew
name.
McConaughey. How is Matthew McConaughey nominated? He doesn't even act. He just smiles and looks at the camera. How? That's not fucking act. No.
I don't know. We didn't see Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah.
That's true.
So.
Oh well. But is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
Well, what do we have for Best Animated Feature?
We already talked about that.
We just said Up on Puppy Hill.
Up on Puppy Hill,
The Wind Rises.
The Wind Rises.
You just skipped it.
Yeah. The Wind Rises, The Croods, Frozen, and Ernest and Clementine.
And Despicable Me too.
Yeah, it's a iffy subject, but who
I
knows?
think The Wind Rises is a great chance.
Yeah.
I think it's really just up between that and Frozen and Ernest and Celestine.
Well, we'll definitely see. We'll talk about this a little bit more on the next episode.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Why are we being kicked out? Oh, I see.
Anyway.
Pitchforks and knives.
Pitchforks and knives. All right. Because I feel like this has been a really short week since we haven't had a lot to talk about. So.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we cool ending it early?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So, quick message.
Been here for hours.
Been here for
Right,
hours.
yeah.
This has been Fandom the Podcast. Hope you like the show. Follow us on Twitter at Fandom Podcast, TA. Follow us on Tumblr at fandomthepodcast.tumblr.com. YouTube/Fandom.
The podcast.
Yeah. And
Like us
that's
on
it.
Facebook,
Yeah.
facebook.com/fandomthepodcast.
Or follow me on Twitter at THEY65. After that, I've been Aaron, your host, signing off.
All
And
right.
I'm Victor, signing off.
And I'm James, signing off.
All right. Bye.
Sing point!